Did you know that Imam Shafi'i memorized the entire Quran by the age of 7 and began studying Islamic jurisprudence at a remarkably young age, demonstrating an extraordinary intellectual capacity from early childhood? How did Imam Shafi'i's unique method of combining the Quran, Hadith, consensus ijma, and analogical reasoning, qiyas, revolutionize Islamic jurisprudence and shape the legal framework still followed by millions today? Imam Muhammad ibn Idris al-Shafi'i stands as one of the most pivotal figures in Islamic scholarship, often regarded as the father of systematic Islamic jurisprudence. Living in the 8th and 9th centuries CE, he profoundly shaped the way Islamic law is understood and applied by rigorously organizing the principles of legal reasoning. His most enduring contribution lies in formalizing the usul al-fiqh, the foundational methodology that combines the Quran, authentic hadith, consensus ijma, and analogical reasoning, qiyas, to derive rulings. This structured approach not only unified diverse legal opinions of his time but also laid the groundwork for one of the four major Sunni schools of law, the Shafi'i madhab, which continues to influence millions around the world. Imam Shafi'i faced numerous challenges throughout his lifetime that tested both his scholarship and personal resilience. Politically, he lived during a period marked by significant unrest and factional disputes within the Islamic world, including tensions between various caliphates and regional powers. This instability often made it difficult for scholars like him to find stable patronage or a safe environment to teach and spread their ideas. Moreover, Imam Shafi'i navigated a complex landscape of theological and legal disagreements. The early centuries of Islam were rife with diverse interpretations of the Quran and Hadith, and different schools of thought often clashed over foundational issues in theology and jurisprudence. Imam Shafi'i's insistence on grounding legal rulings strictly in authenticated texts, and his emphasis on systematic principles sometimes put him at odds with prevailing scholarly opinions, including those who favored more flexible or purely rationalistic approaches. Despite these challenges, Imam Shafi'i remained steadfast, using his profound knowledge and intellectual rigor to bridge gaps between competing views. His ability to maintain scholarly integrity amid political and theological turmoil helped cement his legacy as a transformative figure in Islamic law. Imam Shafi'i revolutionized Islamic legal thought through his systematic and rigorous approach to jurisprudence, laying down clear principles that continue to underpin Islamic law today. At the heart of his methodology was the belief that legal rulings must be firmly rooted in the primary sources, the Quran and the authentic Sunnah, prophetic traditions. One of his most influential works, Risalah, serves as a foundational treatise on usul al-fiqh, principles of Islamic jurisprudence. In it, Imam Shafi'i meticulously outlines how scholars should derive rulings by prioritizing the Quran first, then the Sunnah, followed by consensus ijma of the Muslim community, and finally analogical reasoning, qiyas, when direct texts are absent. This hierarchy was groundbreaking because it provided a clear, structured framework to resolve legal questions while minimizing subjective interpretations. Imam Shafi'i emphasized that the Sunnah must be authenticated through rigorous scrutiny, rejecting weak or fabricated hadith as a basis for law. His insistence on the integrity of sources aimed to protect Islamic law from arbitrary judgments and personal biases. Moreover, by formalizing qiyas as a legitimate tool, he allowed the law to adapt to new situations, while remaining anchored in divine revelation. Through his methodical and principled approach, Imam Shafi'i not only unified disparate legal opinions of his time but also established a durable intellectual legacy that shaped all subsequent Islamic legal theory. His works, especially al-Risalah, remain essential study materials for scholars and students of Islamic law worldwide. The turning point for Imam Shafi'i's ideas came after years of dedicated teaching, debating, and traveling across the Islamic world from Mecca and Medina to Egypt and Iraq, where he engaged with scholars from diverse schools of thought. His clear, methodical approach to jurisprudence gradually won respect for its logical rigor and fidelity to authentic sources. A defining moment was when his students and followers began to systematize and propagate his teachings widely, especially after his death. In Egypt, where he spent his final years, the intellectual climate was fertile for his ideas to take root. The establishment of educational institutions and study circles dedicated to his methodology helped spread the Shafi'i school of law, madhab, across key regions such as Egypt, the Levant, East Africa, and later Southeast Asia. Imam Shafi'i's lasting impact lies not only in the legal rulings he issued but in the very framework he created, one that balanced textual fidelity with reasoned interpretation. This balance allowed Islamic law to evolve while maintaining consistency, shaping centuries of legal practice. Today, the Shafi'i madhab remains one of the four major Sunni schools, a testament to how Imam Shafi'i's intellectual legacy continues to influence millions of Muslims worldwide. What do you think about Imam Shafi'i's approach to Islamic law and his lasting influence on jurisprudence? Share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And if you found this insight into Imam Shafi'i inspiring, don't miss our next video exploring the lives and contributions of other influential scholars who shaped Islamic history. Stay tuned.